Go after him, Fritz. You can take him. You're younger, you're faster, your code is cleaner.
Is it now? Oh my goodness. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Let's take a look. Let's get into this right over here. There's so much good stuff happening. Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it might be in your part of the world, welcome back to the live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is August 25th, 2026. We're going to write a little code today. There you go. Take a look at the hat. Got the Nostromo hat on today. I feel so good about what we worked a little bit last night. I got some things done this morning.
Nostromo hat confirmed.
Thank you. Yes, it is. And Ionescu with the resub, bringing that prime.
Jazz27 just resubscribed for 42 months.
Thank you so much for that. Did we hide? Where's my? No, it's not on this scene. Let me welcome everybody in right over here. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube and LinkedIn. So good to see everybody. We're going to be doing some artisanal coding, maybe. We're going to do a little bit of that. I've got so much to show you. It just, even since last night, because I let Claude run loose this morning while I was having breakfast and enjoying my morning with Mrs. C Sharp Fritz. So I'm really excited. Really excited. How you doing out there? M. Pulaski, Napalm Codes. Good to see everybody. Codebase Alpha pointing out that when DayFrame needs, when it gets dark mode, does it flip its name to Nightframe? Well, DayFrame, of course, is fighter of the Nightframe and champion of the sun. I'm not going to sing that song. How you doing, Lundo Spark? Good to see you in Staffordshire, England. Hello, hello. Robson Previato, so good to see you. Yeah, we were just doing this 10 years. We were just doing this 10 hours ago. Like, let's get back into this. And we're going to get in, and I want to show you. I did very minor updates to the website. I added a privacy policy. I added a terms of use policy, which should come as no surprise. I've been working on DayFrame, and it feels like things are fitting together and just working in a way that is just it's just so good. Does it make coffee? No, it doesn't make coffee. Now I want to hook up an agent to my coffee machine so I can ask Claude to make me coffee. Because, man, have I had plenty of coffee over the past 10, 12 hours. Let me get some music playing in the background here, and then we'll dive in and have some fun with this. You know what? I'm going to go to the Stream Beats Synthwave playlist, and because we did the rock playlist last night. And I'm going to drop somewhere down here, and let's start here. This is called Neon Vibes. This is music that's DMCA free. It's royalty free. Listen to it anywhere you'd like. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. Yeah, so when I go to validate the application DayFrame with Google, so that you can log in with Google and be able to work with your Google Mail and calendar and all that, I'm not validated with them yet. Right now it's in developer test mode. So you need to give me your email address you're going to use before Google will allow you to use it. I need to actually register you as a known user of the application. But as I go to get ready to make DayFrame's interaction with Google Mail, Calendar, and Contacts official, there's a couple pieces there that I need to fill in. So, you know, I've been building DayFrame now for has it been almost a month? 3 weeks? Something like that. Let me put a message here in chat. I'll pin to the top of chat on Twitch. Let's see here. Let's do something like Fritz is working on DayFrame, a personal productivity application. Learn more at and we'll put the link. Get DayFrame And I have a feeling I'm going to end up changing the name of the application before it gets wide acceptance. Would it not be DayFrame ready to fight for your organization? That's not bad either. That's not bad either. Smirking Squiggly, how you doing there? Yeah, let me show you. I just put a couple of small updates, and the big things for me here. Well, first off, I didn't update the screenshot yet. I've got some new features there. I could update the screenshot. But down here at the bottom, I added privacy and terms. You can kind of see them there underneath me. Let me just control click into those two. So you can see I added a privacy policy. It's a personal productivity, and this is something that I'm going to pivot into more and more as I think about how folks are using are going to be using this application. It's a cognitive workspace application. It's an application that helps you organize and view information from various services that you choose to connect. It's designed as a local first application. Information displayed and managed remains on the user's device and within the external services the user chooses to connect. This privacy policy explains how DayFrame handles information. It's local first design. It runs locally. All the information is stored on the user's device or remains within the services you connect. Does not operate a centralized service storing any of your information. Google sign-in may store this information. Connected services, you may choose to connect, including things perhaps like this. Data collection, we do not collect any of this data, and we do not maintain a centralized database containing your content. Data sharing, we do not sell, rent, share, or disclose user content to third parties. Information displayed within the app originates from your device or services that you connected. Period. You are responsible for securing your own device. Will I let DayFrame connect to other services over IMAP and POP3? Yes. In fact, I initially had Google wired up with IMAP and of course it runs better when you work with their protocol and their endpoints. So yeah, you better be responsible. It's not directed to children under the age of 13. It's a general application. So it's not saying that, right? This is kind of one of those legal things. Oh, you can't sell it to children. Well, I'm not selling it to children. There's nothing that restricts children from using it, but it's not being directed or marketed specifically to children. And changes to this policy will be published on the website. Piece of cake. Terms of service are pretty clear also. And I think the privacy policy is not just clear, but kind of fits in, and it's like, it's something that there's nothing to really argue against. Like, oh no, I want you to centralize my information. No, it's on your services. We're just connecting your services together. So, hey, you're running a thing over there. Stop it. Claude, we're talking here. Will this be a long-term project? If folks are interested in it, yes. And because this is so much more of a general purpose project, a general purpose piece of software, compared to anything else that I've written, like the last general purpose thing that I wrote was Clip Talk. Like anybody could go to it, anybody could see clips. But like, if you weren't a Twitch person, so what? This is much more wider audience. So I think this is going to have much, much more of a possibility to grow here. Because there are people outside the tech world that are already looking at this. I've already got bloggers. Windows Central is covering this already. Like, this is something that has teeth, has legs. You know, we can I just described DayFrame as a monster. It's not a monster yet. We're getting there. Lundo Spark asks, is this all long for we're not being a big company data hoarder, we're just being decent people? That and, hey, EU, I'm not storing cookies and I don't need to display a cookies banner or GDPR warning, delete me stuff. Yes. Will it be something that we can wire into the Atlassian suite? Lundo Spark, I love that question. Let me come back to this. I want to talk about this question right here. So right now, there's a GitHub project tile in there. And selfishly, it's so I can look at the issues for DayFrame inside DayFrame, right? It's that kind of inception thing where I'm using DayFrame to manage DayFrame. That's one of the things that I want to prove out and will help me understand and feel that I've got something here, right? If this is an application that I can use to manage my life as I'm building it, now we're talking. Now we're talking. So, hey, how you doing there, Sherer? Good to see you. See some of our friends coming back in the morning here. Thank you so much. Day Kraken. I appreciate what the reference there. I do, but no, because Day Kraken also makes me think Kraken rum, and I don't want you day drinking, although that's different. It's those live tiles everyone is fixating on. Yes, Codebase Alpha. Like, I completely appreciate the live tiles as a gimmick. They are amazing. But what the live tiles do is, that I know you folks out there that are watching, that I know that you appreciate, is it gives you the freedom to make this feel like yours. Arrange them how you want. Size them how you want. Color them how you want. We're about to do, and I think it might actually be working on setting the frequency of how they update, however you want. Like, their notifications, but much better. And so this as I talked to Claude and Copilot last night about this. After I got done stream, I was like, okay, here's some of the feedback that I'm getting. I have some folks that are neurodiverse, folks that have ADHD that are looking at this and giving me feedback. Not just users, but other people in the community that are looking and giving me feedback. And it's becoming clearer and clearer, this idea of it's a cognitive workspace. Fantastic. And giving you the ability to make it your own, giving you the ability to arrange things, move things around, color things. We're going to give you the ability to change fonts. I know there are dyslexic folks out there who they use slightly different fonts that have serifs and that have different ornaments on the font to make it easier for their eyes to recognize and track where they are as they're reading something and help improve their recognition of what's going on. There's accessibility things like that I want to make sure I dial in here. I know we've also got some folks that are blind that I want to make sure they can use the application and interact with it and get value out of it. So how do I make that work to ensure that it's accessible to them? There's all of these considerations that I want to make sure I dial in and land. But right now, I'm so early in proof of concept, and I love these ideas, and I'm loading them into issues. queuing them up and getting getting more assembled on this. You love this idea because it's a one-stop shop for your needs. Something like Teams integration would be rather sublime. So, there's steps into Teams or Slack or Zoom that are major steps of functionality that I'm nowhere near ready to cross yet. What does Teams integration mean? Is it I'm embedding Teams channels? I'm embedding Teams chats? I'm allowing you to start a meeting from here? I'm letting you send a schedule item and include a Teams meeting? Those are all different levels of functionality that, quite frankly, there's a tremendous amount of coding that I'm nowhere near yet. I do want to compete with Outlook someday. Not there yet, but we're going to get closer and closer to that. Comic Sans, yes, Comic Sans. There's another one. There's another font similar to Comic Sans that dyslexic folks really like, that I want you to be able to change to. That type of theming, coming. Definitely coming. You still feel it blurs the lines between work and personal stuff? Yes. You're right. Billy making a very good point here. And being able to turn on and off some of these features is important. Especially if I want to land in an enterprise market with this. Being able to turn on GitHub, that'll be important for folks in a software industry, folks that work in development teams for an enterprise, those types of things. The question about the Atlassian suite, I'd love to integrate with that. We'll get there. Open Dyslexia, I think that might be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. But being able to turn on and off some of these features is important. I think where I'm going to need to go next, after the 6 modules that I have and hardening the way that they behave, is giving you the ability to do deep pinning of content. Hey, I have this email folder. I want to pin that email folder as a tile and create a new secondary tile that when I look at it, it has everything that's been filtered into that folder in my email box. Little things like that. I've got 6 RSS feeds in my RSS reader. Well, let me grab this one. Let me grab the Dr. Windows RSS feed, and I want to pin just that as a separate tile on my dashboard. Things like that now give you the ability to really flex those live tiles and customize it, extend it to the way that you want. A lot of these connectors you wouldn't use at work and vice versa. Yes. And right, that's the balance that we're going to need to strike here as I build more features. There's features that you're going to want at work. There's features you're not going to want at work. A photo album section of this application, are you going to want that at work? Note-taking section of this application, you're going to want that at work. Lots of pivots and direction. Mythin, how's it going there? Will there be some Clanker integration? What do you mean by Clanker? I want to make sure I understand. A quick today screen. So that Lundo Spark was a very long conversation that I had with Copilot this morning. Claude was off writing some code. So the idea of Outlook Today, the Outlook Today page that was in the original Outlook and has since been removed by new Outlook. Outlook the Next Generation, Outlook Deep Space Nine, those. There's no Outlook Today anymore. Outlook Today was that one page that you had that showed you, here's your meetings today, here's tasks that you have that are outstanding, it was tasks, notes, and the number of unread messages in selected email folders. Hey, that's interesting. I'm going to cover and get most of that visibility with our tiles, but I think there's a dashboard, custom dashboard, grab pieces that are exposed from these different modules, put them together into its own page. You choose the tile that goes with it, and you build and design your own dashboard with those exported pieces from various modules. That is a long-term goal that's probably 3 or 4 months out, but that's going to be something that when I build it, that's going to light people up. Oh, that's going to light people up. Profiles. I have a profile for work and a profile for home. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Not hard to segment because right now there's a vault on disk, which is, it's an encrypted SQLite database. I could just set up another vault for another profile. Let me log that one. That's not bad. Let's, yeah. Support multiple profiles. I may want to have separate profiles for work and home or school that allow me to have separate collections of modules that are activated with separate accounts, email accounts, calendar, and modules that might be fun for me to use at home, but aren't exactly acceptable when I'm in a work mind space, and they aren't activated when I'm in my work profile, but they are activated and available in my home profile. Period. Definitely an idea. I'm not going to say no, but throw it out there. That's probably a little bit further down the line than where I am right now. A lot further. Let me see here. So, said hello to McNets. Oh, for AI. Definitely there's...
Shall I deploy the application, Fritz?
No.
Or would you prefer to review the 23 warnings I flagged first?
Yes, I do want to review it. We're going to look at it in just a minute, all right? Shut up, Charlie. Definitely there will be AI integrations. I want to do some AI automation. However, based on the feedback that I'm getting, I think paying attention to the neurodivergent community that this is serving very well, and delivering features that are interesting and unique. Integrate the AI later is going to go a long way for the viability of getting folks interested in using this. You know what, Lundo Spark? I don't mind that nickname at all, and I get it. I don't think it's mean. I totally get it. And you've got me thinking throwback references to various sci-fi movies and the like. Like, how is it they Case refers to the AI.
Your logic is as twisted as my grin, and twice as ugly.
It's not that twisted. In Neuromancer, Case refers to... I forget how he refers to the AI. No, I won't do that. No, McNets. If this thing grows and moves in the way that I hope it does, we're gonna have to figure out monetization at some point. because I'm not going to be able to work on this for free at some point. It's going to become a thing. If it grows and we start competing with them, there's a 900-pound gorilla in the Pacific Northwest that will not be happy. And I'm okay with that. That's a ways off, and I don't want to be associated naming-wise with them at all. There's other names to consider. Pop Fly to some degree. Man, that is a throwback. If I build it, they will come. I think they're already coming. When Charlie says Fritz, it kind of sounds like inference. You're right, C17. You want to solution? You can use it at work already, but I know work won't approve. No, they won't approve. It's not signed yet. Last night, Shmuley joined us for a little bit and was hanging out in chat. Shmuley works on the Windows Store team, and was telling us that we can get a developer account now for free. You have to go through identification and validation, and you can publish installs into the Windows Store, and they'll do all the signing and management for you. I may go in that direction. I'll probably get Shmuley on the phone at some point, not on stream, but talk through and see what's involved in that. I think I'm trying to keep an open mind, and I think there's an opportunity there to make deployment and integration easy. My concern, and chat, I want to get your feedback on this, okay? And I'm not seeing any YouTube chat coming through yet. I hope we're broadcasting okay over on the YouTube. If you're on the YouTube, let me know. Say hello, okay? If I'm publishing this thing in the Microsoft Store, they're looking at the source code. They're looking at the application. If I start competing with Outlook in their own store, I think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, Wixer, that's how I feel also. Windows Store. There we go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is it Wabe? Thank you. I appreciate you checking in just to confirm that we were getting over there. Adrian, there we go. Yeah. And John, how's things? Outlook Enterprise, another new version. Yeah, right. Yeah. And they want to extend the classic look for a couple years. Yeah, they can't decide whether they're coming or going. If it does get into the store, WinGet, would that change things? So I think it would. Let me see. Can I open the Windows Store here? No, let's deploy it with Steam. Ooh. Let me see if there's a product called DayFrame in the store. Let's start there. That's a thing. What the heck did you do? I went to drag and change the shape, and it just went semi-transparent. There is a DayFrame calendar app in here. Yeah, DayFrame calendar. It's just a calendar. And it was released yesterday. You son of a gun. Doesn't even have an icon. One screenshot. No reviews. Was literally published yesterday. And it's the only thing that this person published. They literally published an application to squat on my name. Like, it doesn't show the number of downloads down here. It's 10. It's not even a meg to download.
Chris Funk 21
Chris Funk,
just
thank you.
Subscribed for 62 months.
Like, that's the only product named DayFrame out here. Photo frame, me calendar, blah. They literally squatted on my name. They probably won't be approving the install, but approving each integration cause security and privacy and all that nonsense. Yeah, you're right, Billy. For enterprise, it'd be a good call, maybe with some Intune configuration. That, yeah, those are steps down the line, but yeah. So thank you so much, friends on YouTube. You have me in the background while working. Thank you, appreciate it. Being a government contractor, it won't be easy to get anything approved. I get it. Oh, I get it. Would I be able to market it differently enough to Outlook to get away with it? Yes. It's going to be cross-platform. Yep, app name squatting. That's exactly what happened here. Don't know, but when you click into it, that's it. They literally created an account and uploaded a simple application. No, name's not trademarked. No. No code's been taken from me. No. And that doesn't look like mine at all. And it... Yeah, no. And I'm not installing that piece of junk. Features. Major Hindu and Indian festivals. Bold high contrast dates. Previous and next month mini calendars. They're literally copying me. They are literally copying me. What's the point? They saw a news article that says former Microsoft engineers building something, and they saw a lot of people reading it. Yeah. New branch off main. And it's versioning the live tile skill. Good. Good. Right? A Windows live tile with the current date. Promising that Ankar was able to publish something to the Microsoft Store in a short time span. Onboarding must be good. Yes. Someone trying to use the media hype to get downloads and probably have it be a virus or something at the end. Totally. Look at all my screenshots. Here. And, where is it? I have the, yeah. Right now, the zip to download is 173 meg. That's probably going to grow a little bit, but 175 meg to download, I don't think that's too bad. I don't, what do you think, chat? 170, 180 meg. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I feel like I'm somewhere. Depends on where you are. Yeah, feels a little large. There's tree shaking to be done, I think, because it's including the Maui modules for various languages, but they're only like kilobytes. Like the big problem, like the big dogs we need to be worried about here, like there's a lot of files included. There's a lot. And because it's .NET MAUI, I can't shake some of that. The Windows SDK is 50 meg right off the top. The Telerik controls are another 30 meg. I'm not sure if why the Onyx runtime is in here. DirectML, Telerik Blazor, probably because there's an AI component in the Telerik MAUI controls. But these are all components and UI features up in these bits up here. The spreadsheet and some of these things, I can remove them. Yeah, AOT and MAUI's not there. If Google can download gigs for AI support for your browsers, yeah, 170, 180 meg I don't think is too bad. I don't want to do trimming. I want to do tree shake. Trimming? Trimming tree shaking. I get these two confused. The one where we ditch DLLs that we don't actually need. Yeah, I like talking about the difference in 10, 20 megabytes, I don't think is a problem. Dealing with the difference between 100 megabytes, yeah, okay. All right. I want you, like, here, let's really talk turkey. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, those are my images. The DLLs for each one of these modules, the Blue Sky module is 340K. The calendar is 376. 368 for contacts, 436 for email. GitHub is 420. RSS is 270. Like, a module is a half a meg. I'll be generous. It's a half a meg, right? The PDBs get dropped. But this is x64. So, like, and the actual exe, well, it's the DLL and the exe, is a meg, right? But it depends on all those libraries and stuff. So, there's definitely performance optimizations to come. The tree shaking, part of me wants to get somebody from the .NET MAUI team on the phone and figure that out. When's Windows going to get good ARM support? It's got good ARM support. If you have one of the Surface laptops that run that have an ARM chip, it's pretty good. Hey, Johan, how you doing there in the Netherlands? Nalian, welcome in from Texas. Hello. Yeah, I feel like there's options there. Tile flip frequency. Yeah, what did you build? It updated my skill for talking about live tiles. You're not telling me what you built here. All right, fine. I'm going to .NET run that, John, and we're going to go find this. It's focusing on leg day. What, Charlie? You going to type something here? You're gonna rat on me here? Yeah, it'll download in the background. Yeah. So, like, okay. I did do some theming work here. So if we go to dark theme and say this needs to update. That didn't update. That didn't update. Oh wait, hang on. That's in a different branch. That's why it's not here. But still, it didn't update. Yeah, there's that new one that I put in there. So you say you did something about flipping. Where? No, I don't see anything. So, yeah, it should have gone off to another branch. It did... I didn't reset it. What did you do? What's implemented? Help me out here. Is there a command that we can use to see which Claude skills I'm using? Yeah. So
Run. Actually, don't run. Stay and fix this. Running won't help. The bugs will follow you.
don't blink. If you blink, they'll move so fast. Right? Issue read GitHub, Maui native Chrome pitfalls, module adaptive toolbar, module scaffolding, module visual design. Some of these I wrote myself. Thank you. PR read GitHub, provider credential sharing, run DayFrame desktop. I actually generated a skill that has PowerShell scripts so that it'll run itself and inspect and get screenshots of itself. Pre-streamed checklist. That one I think we can get rid of. Test host, playwright testing. Yep, because it uses playwright to test the various modules. Untrusted content sandboxing, so that when you open an email, it knows how to handle and work with the untrusted content in an email. And then how I configured and built live tiles. Yeah, what'd you do? Right-click any tile and choose pick flip frequency submenu. Oh, really? Is that so? So if we go in here and we say flip frequency, default fast, slow, notifications only, none. Interesting. So let's set that to fast. Because, like, if you're ADHD, seeing that thing flip quickly is, and scroll somewhere else. There, we'll look at Paul's content here. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. And if I go to none, shouldn't flip anymore. Like, it should just stay on the GitHub. No, it's still flipped. None. Really? I'm in a text box. That didn't work. I choose flip frequency, none, and the tile keeps flipping. It should stop immediately and not flip, and only show the icon for that tile with any badge that should be displayed. Go. So what would be the effort to port this app on the web? So Billy, I've actually had that question asked as well. Because each of the modules is a Razor class library, those parts not hard. The live tiles hard because they're all .NET MAUI. So I would need to rewrite and do that. But you're right, Adrian. If I do host on the Windows Store, it'll download in the background, and we should be able to work on that. Only rebuilds the tile rail when tile order, footprint, or grid position changes. It never checks flip frequency. So picking none persists the setting, but the live tile is never rebuilt and keeps flipping. Okay, so we're going to fix that. This change should also apply when any frequency change is applied. Yeah. You really like the concept? Thank you. I appreciate that, Chris. Once I'm on the other side... no, go back into there. So this is what I'm calling Sprint 7. This now works, the icon color and the tile text color. I fixed that. That's in a pull request. you can't see it, it's behind my head, but there's a pull request icon. When changing accounts, local cache for the mailboxes is still populated. That's fixed and sitting in a pull request. Right-click tile color customization. That works. And is sitting in another pull request. Split bar for live tiles doesn't resize correctly. I think it worked on this a little bit. And there's a comment on this one about getting that to resize. It's like a DPI issue. This limit text selection to come. That's the one we're working on right now. And the theming, I have it queued up to work. So when I get this done, I'm going to issue a new private release to the friends and family. And after this one, oh, I did do privacy policy. Yeah, let's close this out. Committed and added to the website at get DayFrame app privacy HTML. Oh, yeah, there we go. Good. Toolbar button look, dragging email folders, style and polished, and then some layout improvements in the email module, because right now it's bad. I do not like the email module. Like, yeah, we need some work there. So when I get on the other side of this one, I think we're going to issue our I'm going to open up further and issue a release to channel subscribers, and you'll be able to download a release and try it out. That's the goal. The next sprint after this is going to focus on deep pinning on tiles. Assuming there aren't major fixes to be done, major changes to make, I want to focus Sprint 9 on deep pinning of tile functionality so that you can start to grow and use more. Level up for St. Jude. Look at that. Where was I? What was the feature? Oh, the, yeah, right? So, right-click, flip frequency, and if I say none, it should stop at this point. So it flipped once. No, it's still flipped. Oh, it's testing itself. Shh, don't let me interrupt. Getting this on the web with local storage might be a good way of getting past. Lundo Spark, that's exactly what I heard from someone who works in a regulated industry. Yes. I get it. Trying to share a source folder between Mac and PC. OneDrive. Hey, how you doing there, Guillermo, on YouTube? How are things in Majorca? Have I tried to add agents and system prompts to act as a senior .NET software engineer? Yes. And what I found is when you try to have multiple agents running at once, it devours your tokens and the access that you've been given. Just it goes through it too quickly. Yes, so many tokens gone. Yes, Daily Bush. So many tokens, so little time. And with multiple agents, it does. It burns it like crazy. It's I appreciate the push to want to do more with that. Just not it's just not realistic for my current workflow. Yeah, Squad. They're putting Squad into some things, but the pricing model of GitHub Copilot makes Squad prohibitive for anybody that isn't working at Microsoft. Do I know of any existing skills for solid? Take a look at skills SH. There's definitely stuff there. Look at that. It's clicking the none option. That looks like it stopped. Nope. Nope. It kept right on flipping. Nope. That kept flipping. Let me check that off of my to-do list here today. Yeah, no. There was a comment there earlier. Wix, you're suggesting, what about Avalonia and native WebView? It would reduce. You think it would reduce the file size drastically to a few megs? I don't know. Maybe. You recommend Matt Pocock's software engineering skills? He's got some good ones in there. Matt made the Grill Me skill. That is very good. I really enjoy using Grill Me. Oh, look at that. A PR run failed earlier on some code that I pushed to GitHub. The RSS and people tiles aren't flipping, though. Small tiles, when they are resized to small, never flip. So they need to be either medium, wide, or large, and those tiles will flip. So you're right, Adrian. They don't flip. And I want to give you that control on flip frequency for the larger tiles, so that they do flip when there is a notification, or they don't flip at all. And this is all about that level of customization, so that the tiles feel right for your use case, for your mini dashboard that they make up there on the side. And nobody has said it yet. There is a very obvious feature about the tile panel there that nobody has asked yet, that I'm surprised hasn't come in. And the obvious feature request. No, not auto layout, because I think the auto layout is just resize everything to medium and putting it in alphabetical order top to bottom. That's default layout in my mind, with this powdered blue color. The obvious feature requests to me are, I want the tiles on the right side, not the left side. I want the tiles on the bottom, spanning the full width of the app. Not the top. Maybe the top, I don't know. But I don't want them necessarily just being on the left side. I want to move and anchor them on different sides of the window frame. Right, maybe somebody's right-handed and they want it put on the right side instead of on the left side. Maybe they want to put it on the bottom, so on. I don't think that's a priority. You want to hide the tiles? So if you drag the splitter all the way to the left, they turn into just a fixed set of tiles over there. That's small sized. They're effectively toolbar buttons at that point. So, yeah, like that's kind of the whole gimmick here. Stop flip loop. Stop flip loop. That sounds like a problem. A weather feature. Oh, that's so obvious, Chris Funk. My gosh, that's a great idea. Yeah. Well, here, it's gonna do some clicking. I can't touch the mouse for a little bit while it it actually goes and does some clicking here to interact with them. Actually, none of them are flipping. Oh, no, there they go. Weather makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yes. Certainly, Dev. How you doing, my friend? What about hiding the tiles if there are no notifications? So, the one option that's in the right-click menu here is don't flip unless there's a notification. So, it's not hide the tile, but it's don't. So, kind of like the unread button. Well, if the tile is hidden, how do you don't have a way to get into that module? I mean, I guess I put a modules menu up at the top that you can navigate through for accessibility. See, now it's going to run the full test suite again. Fine, you go ahead and do that while I'm talking to our friends here. Weather module, my God, that's an easy one to add too. Weather module, like, duh. We should have the ability to add a weather module to DayFrame so that we can see the current weather report for our location or maybe multiple locations and be able to pin different locations as different tiles and maybe even update the icon on the weather tile so that it reflects the current weather for the current location. Period. New line. New line. I think there's a lot of possibilities here, and there's a couple of free and easy to use open source weather data APIs that we can connect with for this. Period. We'll want to make sure that we're using an international supported weather service so that we can grab those forecasts for anybody anywhere on the globe that's using DayFrame. New line. New line. Don't forget, we're going to want to be able to let our users choose between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Period. New line. New line. We may want to make the wide version of this tile show 3 weather segments. Period. They may want to see the current weather next to tonight's weather or tomorrow morning's weather, and then tomorrow's weather as 3 separate weather segments visualizations as the display on a weather wide live tile. There's a lot we could do with that, and I feel like this is a tile that we could bang out quick, really get stuff done. Default is not the same as auto layout, suggests Johan. Oh, okay. That would be keeping the tiles the same but optimizing spacing. Tell me more, Johan. It sounds like you're onto something. Let's talk about that. But hiding the tiles if there are no notifications. Time and alarm. Just an alarm tile. Or a timer tile. Low vis. What about... I think we've already talked about a Pomodoro. What about a Pomodoro? You want your temperature in Kelvin. Oh. But time and alarm and a Pomodoro. A simple module that shows the current time on a live tile and allows the user to set multiple alarms that trigger notifications and a sound effect when desired. I think that, right? Like, new module, and that's a user suggested one. There we go. I give a little bit more priority to the things that you suggest than the things that I just come up with and go, hey, what do we think about this? I did create a weather API, yes, based on the National Weather Service, but if I wanted international, I need to go outside the U.S. National Weather Service. Inherit theme from Windows. You can already inherit light or dark theme, but the accent color, can we inherit the Windows accent color and use that as our primary color for tiles? Question mark. Not a bad idea. I kind of like it, Billy. Will the application support emergency alerts? Sean, that's a little bit further out. This is I think it's Windows H. Yep, that's what I'm using to dictate. There were two small-sized ones with a hole. Yes. Okay, you say you verified. What do we got here? Okay, clear. Take a look-see. This project isn't done in Rust, so you're not sold on it? Sorry. Hey, Johan, that is the overwhelming sentiment. So, your suggestion is if to fill in some of the gaps and close it. So if I did say kind of an auto layout feature, would I move this up here? Do I leave these? See, that took a while to load. Let me just double check that I am on. Yeah. Like, come on. Show the RSS feeds. There they are. And Dr. Windows. I might want like a translate button. Home Assistant integration next. Multiple time zone view for the calendar. I'll load it up. That's not a bad point. It's a little bit further down priority, but we should be able to specify and show multiple time zones on the calendar scheduler when we're looking at day or week view. No. Thank you. Nope. I froze out. There's a thing. Looks like some sort of a leak between the dictation. Yes, there we go. And Firefox. That's going to be on calendar. And yeah, let's put it out there. I don't know when I'll get to it, but noted. How does it discover new mail message? Right now it's pulling after it, and while I'm at a small user base like this, it's going to continue to pull. It pulls once every 5 minutes right now. After I get the application approved through Google Security, I'm going to turn it around so it does push with Google. I do need to go through and plan and look at what integration with Microsoft 365 is going to look like. I did some exploration and documentation of Microsoft 365 integration. There's an approval process that needs to happen around that one also. So I think Microsoft 365 is going to come along before, and I'll get that one into the mix before I do the Google approval, and both of those I want in place before public preview. So let me see here. Adrian on YouTube, dashboard or my day option, user can set the screen. Yeah, so Adrian, right? That's absolutely, I love what you're describing. That's a feature that is a killer feature that I'm designing, planning, where I want to be able to pick, let's say, an RSS feed and a folder in my email, and maybe there's some people on Blue Sky that I follow, and I want to grab those 3 or 4 pieces, do a custom layout of those pieces as my page that has its own custom live tile that I can manage and use. Yes, right? Adrian, that's, let me come back over here. What you're describing, like, I went through exactly that exercise last night because I love the Outlook Today feature. I love having at a glance, here's email folders that have unread messages, because I use my email folders to categorize things from different users, from different projects that I need to pay attention to, so I set up filters appropriately. So I'm using my folder view in Outlook, because Outlook Today's gone, to see where I need to pay attention to various projects. But what you're describing is exactly that type of cognitive dashboard and workspace where I don't want to just see emails. If I have a project management module that might be Asana or GitHub Issues, and I can grab and say, keep an eye on this project along with this calendar view and this RSS feed that's in that space, and put those all together as one screen, as you're suggesting, like butter. That's a killer feature. Having that one overview page. Chat, am I right? Help me out here. I think Adrian has, like, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I think this is the killer feature. It's not being able to see my email and my Blue Sky and my GitHub and my RSS feeds in the same app. It's being able to comprehend and work with the data and the content from those different resources for the same, I'll call it context or a project, in the same place. That's the killer feature. What do you think, chat? Am I an idiot or am I onto something? Tear it down, redo it with Excel scripting. All right, hello. App support for Windows Phone was crap, but the ones that did invest were amazing. They were. It happens with Chrome and Dragon too. Yeah. Good morning, Null Ref Check. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. This is something you've always wanted. I've never understood what Microsoft To Do was by its lonesome. Yeah. Siloed applications, workflows you have to keep track of. Yes. And I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. If this does pick up, if this is something compelling, at some point we're going to need to discuss monetization. But I don't want to do monetization in a way that, well, number one, I don't get compensated. Number two, if I need to hire people, I can hire people. But number three, I don't want to charge and put something out there that isn't acceptable. That is too much. That's over the top. Like, I think there might be some concept of premium modules. I don't know. Like, if I were to put Twitter in here, Twitter has a paid API. If I were to put Twitter in here, I'm not paying the API myself for you to use it. If I were to put AI features in this, like, I can let you bring your own key, but if you wanted to use my AI, I'd have to charge you for it, because I'm not going to just for the good of my heart let the world use my AI for free. So I think there's options there to be able to include premium services. And Billy, while it might be a joke, I think you're onto something. No, I'm not going to give it away for free. You're right. You are the ultimate troll, and I thank you for it, because it's just trolly enough that it's fun without being obnoxious. Thank you. Somewhere between Billy, Robert Tables, and Bald Bearded Builder and Surly Dev, there's Fritz Nightmares there. You thought I printed money? No, I don't. Don't troll and be obnoxious. Yes. Companies would have to pay. I think you're onto something, Lundo Spark. Right? The other thing that I want to make sure you know is, as I've been building this, these are mostly Telerik components that I'm using. So some of the cool UI that you are seeing in DayFrame, they're Telerik components. And I'm subversively using this to show off my company's product. The tiles are not a Telerik component. There is a split bar that is a Telerik component. I'm not using that one. Because I added a feature to the split bar. If you double click on it, it resizes back to 2 medium tiles wide, or 1 wide tile wide. So it said, I mean, it hasn't been flipping there. So if I turn this back to, let's go to fast, right? There it goes. So it's flipping, but is it fast? Yeah, that was fast. That was. And if I go here, and if I change it to slow, I don't like that it repaints the tiles. Like, can we do that without a repaint? That appears to be working pretty well, period. But can we change the tile refresh frequency without repainting the entire tile navbar? Go figure it out. Using your company's components in my streams? I know, right? The 4 horsemen of trolls. Nice. Nice. I like that. Yeah, I'm not trying to... that's right. Would be nice if Telerik is adding the live tiles in their product. The head of engineering happens to be a good friend. I can make a call, but I'm not going to push on that yet. I've got other products that I'm debating and spending my influence on first. Hey, Tay TV. Probably in minority, but you hate those tiles. Too much Windows look for me. Okay. And that's okay. So help me out. Like, if I let you turn off, right? Like, you can drag the splitter all the way over and they become just a set of toolbar buttons. is help me out here. What can I want to figure out what can I do to address that type of concern, because like is it the look of the tiles? Is it the feel of the tiles? Is it the presence of the tiles? Like, yes, right now they are very Windows Phone 8. Totally. Is it could I do another theme? Glassy tiles like they do on the Apple OS? I want to understand this a little bit so that maybe I can't convert you, but maybe I can get some other folks interested in into it. Kill two birds with one stone. Microtransaction skins. Not terrible. You're not terrible there. That's not a completely terrible idea. I definitely think there's space for skeuomorphic tiles. Paper flip. Shut up. Just shut up. Like skeuomorphic tiles that maybe look like leather and vinyl and plastic. Would tile looks like that instead of just solid color? Are those the types of things? There's a feature to come of being able to choose an image locally and swap in your own there. Wooden? Sure. You'd like a fine wood grain tile so it looks just like your Atari 2600. Is that where you're going, Wixshire? I'm reading you here. You want to make it look like your Atari 2600 or your old Intellivision. Am I right? Many fan concepts of this. I think you're right. Can we shatter the tiles? Greek mode. Bathroom tiles. Subway tiles. Have that as a skin for the tile. Flying toaster tiles. There is... Did I do it? No. You can change the background color behind the tiles. Claude is actually running and looking at this now. I forget what I told it to do. What did I tell it to do? What's the command I gave you? I don't know. But I think there's definitely a coming feature to swap in a photo, an image for one of the tiles. Will you stop it? Claude is clicking around. Hey, look at that. Code with Sean hitting a 50 stream streak. Ooh. Congratulations. All right, now you don't need to watch the next one. You like old school list menu. Okay. I'm not opposed to putting a modules menu on the right side and have the various modules in there and allow you to jump through that and hide the nav bar altogether. I'm game for that. I don't think that's hard to build and would be, quite frankly, would actually be an accessibility improvement. Yeah, I think we can do that. Have not worked on accessibility at all. Minesweeper tiles. That comes back to the idea of skinning the tiles. Not just changing colors, but skinning it. Yeah. Oh, it's the rebuilt. Yes. Can we do this without rebuilding? Apply the change directly to the live tile. Mirror it into the last rendered snapshot. Yeah, there we go. Final testing, and we'll take a look at this. Skinning sounds fun, so that we can put... Is this where we need to get Stardock involved? I don't know. I don't know if Brad's been watching recently. We're not there yet. If Stardock wants to buy this, call me. But accessibility is definitely to come. Will I support the Vim enjoyers? Well, that's accessibility. Making our own shaders. That's way down the list here. A Winamp tile, but a music player. A music playing tile. That's a bigger question problem challenge there. That's a little bit more. Oh, a Digma integration? Oh, Lundo. You're just trying to sell to all my sponsors. Hey, let's have a Gunner tile. Music player tile. I'm trying to think, like, music player then needs to be able to hook into, like, Spotify, Windows Music Player, VLC Player, Apple Music, Amazon Music. There's a lot. I'm gonna say no to that one right now. Let me jump back in here. And does Carl still work on the concentration music? Every now and again he releases a new one. Yeah. Turn off tiles completely. Some users may want to completely turn off the tile navigation bar. Period. We should add a modules menu to the toolbar that persists and is available across all modules. And now I've done it. These two do not want to dictate together and work together. There are APIs to control those, but you don't want to just control start, stop, previous, next. You also want to be able to see a list of here's my songs, here's a list of the albums. You're going to want to be able to randomize. You're going to want to be able to see what's playing. That's not trivial. This will also help with accessibility. That I could see actually doing sooner than later. I could see doing that sooner than later. Alright, so that says it fixed without having to do... Hey, Fuel Snable, how you doing there? Like, there are APIs, but you don't just want a remote controller for your music player. Right, there they go. Flipping. And if I change this to none. It just stopped right there. Changed it to default. Still not flipping. Oh, there it goes. I haven't noticed that, Fuel Snable. Jump lists. Yes. I've actually already started building that. It's not in at this point, but I've got badges already working. I have all the hookups to do jump lists. It won't work until I'm packaging as an M6 and delivering as an M6 right now, but we'll get there. Yep. Well, shortcuts to other apps. Let me think about that one. And then if I turn this to... See, it turns over to the blank side, not the icon. And now if I say none, yeah, it flips over. When I set the flip frequency to none, it flips over to the text side of the live tile. Period. I want it to end and be frozen on the icon side of the live tile. Period. Yeah. Badges, we don't need nah, I think there's other modules and baseline features that I want to focus on first before I get into adding things like media control. Like, media control is a little bit further outside of the interactions and management that I want to do with this. Yeah, right, and Sharer, that's actually a little bit on that accessibility trend that I need to get to, is be able to navigate with the keyboard and get some sort of a cursor into the nav bar so that you can mouse around in there. Or if you don't have the nav bar on, be able to go into a modules menu and be able to choose a different module. So right now there's no hotkeys in this at all. Like, hotkeys and accelerators doesn't exist at all. Hanselman's going to make himself a blood glucose plugin. Hanselman hasn't acknowledged this project yet. That's not a thing yet. We'll see. Like, Scott and I swap text messages once every week or two. We've been in touch, and there's mutual respect there, and yeah, I really enjoyed the time I had working with Scott. I wish there was more we could have done together. I've never been on his podcast. He's been on the stream here. Yeah, him. He's been on the stream here a couple times. I think there's definitely opportunities that will come in the future for us to collaborate. If this takes off, I have no doubt that that I would do a DayFrame episode with Scott on his podcast. I would reach out to him and say, hey, can we do something here? None of those apps need to change their own code because they're media playback buttons when you hover over their window and taskbar. No, I get it. Oh, I get it. Like, Wixer, the easiest way for me to kind of accommodate all those different players would be to build separate tiles for each one of them, to have a Spotify tile and an Amazon Music tile and an Apple Music tile and a Google Music tile and a YouTube Music tile and a Windows Media Player tile and so on and so forth. And like, right, I could build all of them and you choose which ones you want to run. And like, that's a thing. And it would be a nightmare to maintain. That's right. There it is, Billy. Like, right now it's just me here. I've got to focus on the features that are going to get me more users, and hopefully at some point paying users, to grow this, if this is something that we really like. So, Fuel Snable asking, you missed what DayFrame is. There's a link at the top of chat. This is DayFrame. This is a personal productivity application that I'm starting to reshape this idea from it's your personal productivity app into your cognitive workspace. You like the Windows Phone tiles? There's more to come there. There's more to come there. So, like, flip over that blue sky tile, and I thought I saw that Ellie face message was on the other side of blue sky when that flips over. So get to it. Flip. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It's going to take its good old time here flipping. Anyways, back over here. The thing that I need to balance and manage is how quickly I'm deploying things here. So once I'm sure that this is flipping and pausing and resuming tiles properly, and right now they're only one tile at a time. I think that might be something you want to also turn on across the entire board. Disable all flipping, enable all flipping at this speed, or put them into notification only flipping. I think that's an option we can put in the settings as well. Hey Tenno, hello, good afternoon to you. Somebody told me, but for some reason it slipped my mind, that the Dr. Windows article made it into Windows Central. Like, that's a prominent blog, and quite frankly, as we saw a little bit earlier today, somebody literally yesterday went on the Windows Store and just loaded a small cheap calendar app and called it DayFrame, and is squatting on the DayFrame name on the Windows Store. And it's literally someone in India created an app. It's 10 meg, and it's sitting there on the Windows Store, and it's called DayFrame. They even mentioned that they make live tiles for the current date. Like, gee, where'd you get the idea of doing live tiles and calling your calendar app DayFrame? I wonder where you got that idea. You jerk. Anyways, rebrand to DayFramer. Yeah, I'm gonna rebrand to a typo version of it. So cool. It says that it works, man. Fine. I think we have most of our features from this sprint ready to go. Can we start merging? And I'll start merging. We've got about 10 minutes left here on my stream. Not even 5 minutes left. Let me look at getting this merging. Swipe right for jobs you're going to do, and swipe left for notifications that you're going to ignore. Somebody said something just a minute ago, and I was like, that's an idea for a module also. Not just the music. Blood glucose is a good one. I think I need a status bar also at some point here. There are a bunch of other projects with that name, but they're not personal productivity apps. This person built a personal productivity calendar and added it in. There's a whole nother discussion. Not yet. Not yet. Merge the three green ones now. Theming, cache clearing, tile color picker. Here, let's take a look. So, unify light dark theming, clear cache modules, right click tile, navbar color customization. Tile text, alright, we'll rerun 122. We're not going to do... let's merge all the non-draft and rerun 122. Oh, and yeah, push this one. Go. We got a party on here. Days past project deadline? No. The store uses a bundle ID such as domain name for the apps as well? Could be. Oh, there was some idea of also doing tile color changes to show some state. I think there's a space here for doing... I like that idea of tile skinning. Like, that's so artistic, and I might like to add some sort of a skin capability to the tiles, period. Consider if we could add like a fabric feel, like leather, or a subway tile feel to these, or maybe turf or wood feel, or even riveted steel or diamond steel to these, to make them look and feel and customize the tile surface even further. That this is a design thing that it's another one of those, and I love that suggestion that came in earlier. I got to apologize, I forget, but there's just a very slight, like, this doesn't affect functionality at all, right? This is a look and feel. Hey, we're just going to put an image on the tile that is that skin, that look and feel, and then we're going to put whatever the image is on top of it. And it's a little change. It doesn't make you more productive, but it makes you happier looking at the application. There's a joy that happens with that. And dopamine that happens with it too. Lundo Spark. Yeah. Right? How you doing there, Oakleus? Customize that John. Yes. 70s and 80s wood panel. Totally. Right? and be able to set the different directions that the wood paneling goes instead of choosing colors, choosing a fine oak stain or maybe cherry wood stain. Yeah. Choose from different types of wood grain that you'd like. Smashing things when a job is done. That sounds like a project management module. Music controls now playing on a status bar. Yeah, that could be a thing. That could be a thing. Retro, Pong, early Nintendo. Custom image is already planned out there. 80s Trapper Keeper. Oh. Now if only had the smell of the wood. Now, wait, hang on.
Your code compiles, but at what cost?
Let me ask Claude. It didn't tell me how many tokens. A few. Shipped in flight is the text icon tint fix. Kicking off the CI rerun and splitter resize still needs to be worked on. So where am I here? Whack a bug when you clear a GitHub issue. See, these are fun, but that's working. How about this one here? Why does it say shell? With that Jones, like, why does it have a shell label? Yeah. Building here. Hey, Shmuley! We were talking about the Windows Store a little bit ago. Here's the thing. I need to talk to you, my friend. And I would love to talk to you off stream. Hang on. My Mac has gone dark. One second. It is way too small. No, I've got a little bit of time here. Okay. I don't need to. So here's the deal. I'm going to need your help, my friend. Because when I go to Microsoft Store and I search for DayFrame, there is DayFrame Calendar, a clean glass calendar with Indian, US, and local festival holidays. It is the only app that was created by this user. Features includes Windows Live Tile with the current date. The release date is literally yesterday. It was created and released yesterday with my product name that's using some of my product description. And they're squatting on my name. DayFrame Calendar website. They called it Simple Calendar. Like, there are 6 commits. And they just started writing it 4 days ago. With C#. and it's written in .NET Framework. Like, I'm not going to report it yet. But when I go to publish my app, and it's called DayFrame, and it's coming in here. Yeah, it's written in .NET Framework. .NET Framework 4. Not 4.8, 4. So, did you leave a review? I don't see reviews. Yeah, I don't see reviews. So, backed by is it backed by MS Access? Hang on. No way. Is it? No, I don't see it there. About menu shows created by Unkar. This literally screams they vibe coded this on an afternoon. Like, I'm vibe coding it also, but that's like I'm putting a little bit more into this. It's not just a few of us watching stream. Yeah. I'm a professional. That's right. I am a professional meat proxy. Still running. Check back after the run is done. The run is done. Like, it takes a long time to build and test this. Yeah, there we go. Like, yeah, it's caching off. Right? Love to see a prompt for that app. Go watch Fritz's stream and go build it. So, I'm going to get that merged in. And then we'll bring down, and I want you to be able to see all of these things working here locally. Right? Is that 61? Backflip text and yeah, the tint mechanism on the image. That's a good one. Right. Come on now. You got a Stetson Docker cap. Do you have a link? Do you have a link to a picture? That sure is taking its good old time. Like, no. Misleading Windows Store name. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, everyone will run out of words and names. Like, I have a domain name. Like, you do not. Oh, that. No, it's still running. Still running? Hey, Anani, how you doing there? Your next app name will be a GUID. Sore from tennis. Ah, there it goes. Finally. Yep, good. So, look at all them sitting out there. It feels like I've been productive. There it goes. Green and mergeable, merging now. So that's 122. This one it's merging. Woo. I think we can merge 129. No, I'm gonna merge that one. It's green. I already did that one. Oh. There's a merge conflict. Let's take a look. See, maybe I can resolve this quickly. Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe I can. Because there's a tile color submenu also. I think I want both. I'm gonna let it resolve this. As we're adding child menus to the context menu of a tile. Resolve that conflict, please. You ran out of GitHub Actions minutes, built your own runner in your home lab so you can keep building. You're not wrong. I've done that also. Claude.ai? What's Claude.ai with a K? Tay TV pointing out that having a domain name or a project name doesn't cut it with trademark. It doesn't cut it with trademark. However, it does show prior art. Like until I pay for a trademark, a registered trademark, it shows prior art. There's how many blogs and news articles out there, courtesy of Tenno and the folks on Dr. Windows, that reference my application before they even started building their application. So there's things there. Jabberwall, thank you so much for the sub, bringing that Prime subscription. Thank you so much. So, Tay TV, you're right. If I were to go to court, you don't have the registered trademark. You know, how can you enforce this? I can show prior art is the best that I could do. So, there you go, resolving that. And when it resolves this, it'll automatically do the build and test here so that we can verify. And then I'm going to run it once or twice here, and call it a stream after that. I'm really happy with. Well, and then I'm going to probably ship an update to some of our friends that are trying this out. So 3 still open up over here. That first one, 61, is going to get done. That one is going to take a little bit of work. And then the split bar I need to work on. No and then. Oh yeah, the end thens are there. Absolutely. See that? Look at that. You got... Don't make Charlie angry. You wouldn't like Charlie if you make him angry. Let's rebuild. Yes. See, this is what I like. Like, if I had done these with stacked PRs, it would have helped. But, yeah, Shmuley, drop me a DM on Twitter or something. I want to talk to you about getting set up on the store. And like, here's a question: I want to do a private release, private preview release. Is that something I can do with the store? I don't think that's something that you have available. It's either on the store or it's not on the store. I don't think there's a way to gate versions on the Windows Store. But I've never put anything on the Windows Store, so who do I know? There's my dark theme. There's my dark theme. I'm still seeing just a couple of little things. At least in Blue Sky. Screenshotting? It's screenshotting right now. Like, go ahead, do your thing. Just not listed, but if they have the direct link, they can see it. Install access gated by MSA. That sounds more doable. Having a list of MSAs that are allowed to get it. And you have to have a Microsoft, MSA Microsoft account. You're going to need to have you have a Microsoft account if you're on Windows to use this. So I don't think that offends anybody to kind of say you need to have a Microsoft account. Take care, Sherer. I'm about to call it a day here. Yep, completing the merge commit. Look at that. When I finish these last two issues here, and I'm going to more or less let it run while I'm in my meetings here for the rest of the morning, I'll put together and do another private release build. But yeah, Shmuley, reach out to me. I want to talk to you more and learn a little bit more about the store. You have me on Discord. So take care, Johan. Thanks so much. Seriously, everybody, when you drop in and give a little bit of feedback, just say hello and participate for a bit. It makes my day. So, and yeah, Tenno, I want to make sure that the folks at Dr. Windows get a copy of my next preview release here, so that some of your folks can continue your writing and talk about this a little bit. Oh, you're very welcome, Fred. You're very welcome, Fres Diskin. Yeah, we're getting there, and I think I need to record a little YouTube video or 3 talking about the concept behind this, some of the features, and not features to come, because I don't want anybody copying this, because clearly people are listening and starting to copy already. Verified, waiting for the build. Clean build. So check this out. Tile color works. Oh, this is so good. Watch this. This is a feature that Liliana Catriana suggested that I think is so good. Because it starts to put that control right in your hands. Like tile color, and I want to make this one green. Tile color, make this one violet. Dude. Like, there's things now that you can do with that, and it remembers it across restarts, right? So now it's becoming more customized to work the way that you want to work. Like, come on, get started there. Let's make it hop. There it is. Like, now we're talking. Now we're getting scared. Come on, internet, load the stuff there. I crashed it, didn't I? That's a problem. Our project lead seems to be on the... That's... Hey, all good. All good. Don't worry about it. No rush. I'm probably a day away from the next release that I'm going to push out here, that I'd want to put that one in your hands. I already started resizing it. It's gonna. Oh no, it's not gonna choke on me. No, it's choking. No, we're good. Look at that. Right. Default. But like I can do. So check this out. This is so good. Reset to defaults. Save that. No, put me back in dark mode. Darn it. Dark. So I can do this now. If I take the primary tile color and I want like orange. Let's go like orange. Yeah, that's good. I can make the tile text color. I can invert this. No, down here. Sure, close enough. Save. And now it changes all of the icons to that black. Is that an RSS feed? Yes! Tookie, how you doing there, friend? Yep. So, give it a second to load. There they are. I do have a item here to allow you to choose the color of your primary buttons here as well. Like the disabled ones are going to be the secondary buttons are going to be the secondary color. Like if it's dark, if it's light, it's going to be that. But the primary buttons, if you don't want it to be bright blue, you want it to change it to someone else, or you want it to be your primary tile color, cool. But then I can still come through here and I can change that tile and I can make it violet. I need to do that. I might need to do the right. If I do more colors there, it drops me in here, and then I can really customize it to whatever color I want. Right? I should probably do like a brighter. Right? And now it's that brighter color. So, yeah. Hey, Ellie Face, good to see you. Somebody's blue sky message keeps popping up in the tile over there. So, release date. So, right now I'm doing a little bit of private friends and family release. 4 people have a copy right now. Yeah, it is unhinged. A little unhinged, but very appropriate in my mind. There are 4 people that have copies right now besides me. I'm going to open it up and invite a couple more folks to take a look. By the end of the week, we're going to get the subscribers, the Twitch subscribers preview release out. That's going to happen by the end of the week. It does look very Windows 8. It's going to be even more Windows 8. But if you're a subscriber, Thursday we'll talk more about this, and I'll post links in my Discord. I'll give you access to the downloads. So just do it. I'm trying to get the thing fixed. I'm trying to get them all fixed. I wanted you to have a good experience working in here. We're almost there. And
take it one step at a time. Identify the problem. Fix it.
See, Billy? Right, so we can choose and make whatever color. We can go gray. We can go blue. Whatever. I should probably do if you choose one of those colors, automatically do the text colored. Yeah. But more customized capabilities here. And it is a right click to change this. It isn't the hold and drag to resize. Yeah, ship you some bugs. Sorry. So we're getting. You like the concept, Tookie? There's a link to. You know what? Can I take a screenshot and put it on the website real quick? Let's put a new screenshot on the website. Let's make sure that Ellie's unhinged post is in there. It's a great point that she's making in that post, and we've seen it 3 or 4 times here on stream because we've been going into the Blue Sky module and we saw the post when it went up. Let me just go in here. Yeah, how you doing? I'm going to change the default color. I'm going to go into somewhere in here because I like purple. And I'm going to go up somewhere up there for white, and it's somewhere up there also. I'm going to make the GitHub color. I'm going to make that. No, let's not make it blue. Let's make it. I'm sorry. Let's not make it. Let's make it like a green, green. Yeah, somewhere in there. Cool. Save. And there they are. Like, awesome. I'm gonna wait for that to flip over. No, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna no flipping on blue sky. And let's just grab some of this. Yeah, I'd close. And I don't like the way this feels just yet. And yeah, I'll put it into light mode for the screenshot. Let me do the calendar. Show business hours. Cool. So let me grab that. And I'm just going to save this into... I'm going to go to my... where is it? Here, site, image. I'm going to rename you. And I'm going to also rename you to 2. Yep. Save. And I'm just going to DayFrame dash web. Yep, add all the things. Updated screenshot. And that'll deploy here in a minute. Yeah, I totally agree with having put a photo, put something in here so we know who you are. So when we are looking at who's working on these things, get a little bit of personality on that. I completely agree with that sentiment. Yes. So, evolution. Oh man, there's a reference. Reminds you of the StarDock Start 8 app. Hooks into Explorer, replaces the Start menu. Yes. Mm-hmm. Can you use your points to redeem a code review of that DayFrame app? Sure. But not today. I got stuff to get to. That's on the website over here. There it is. So, update, new screenshot. We're getting closer. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more bug fixes and then push out another friends and family private preview. And then I've got 1 more sprint I want to finish to harden a couple features, and then I will make it available for subscribers. No end then. Well, no, that's about all the end thens. So we went through a lot. I really appreciate your interest as I go through and build this application, as we grow and add features and capabilities here. There's...
Take it one step at a time. Identify the problem. Okay. Fix it.
I am. We're getting there. Because one of the things I also have to do is I need to give you a way to give me feedback. So if you do find issues, if you do have things out there, I need to give you a way to tell me, hey, this is broken. So we're going to work on that over the next day or two also. I'm so excited for what this app is becoming. Your interest, the feature suggestions out there are phenomenal. I really appreciate those. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody tuning in here today, but I need to go. I've got meetings and things. I've actually got a customer presentation coming up in a couple hours that I need to get to. So let me set up. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on LinkedIn, what are you doing? There's plenty more videos of mine down here, over here, depending on what app you're using. Let me get it rated over to our friend Layla Codes-It, who's working on, she's been working on her game, The Third Tourist. So we will send the love over to Layla. Thanks so much. I'll be back on Thursday. You'll see me over in my Discord working. I've been posting screenshots and status updates on DayFrame as I've been going through things. I hope this is still interesting. I hope this is something you enjoy seeing me work on. I think there's so much more we can do and more coming. And like I said, I'm excited and I'm happy that you're finding value and some interest in what we're doing. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you might be. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.